I'm curious about something. When you went and purchased your car, how many did you test drive before you decided this is it, this is the one I'm settling on, I'm happy with this decision? If you're anything like me, I used to just go to dealerships, I would test drive out, one or two cars. I would just assume that these are good enough, it's in my price range, it drives well enough, it's a car, it gets me from point A to point B. It's good enough, I don't really care. I didn't know what features I wanted. I didn't really have any idea what I was looking for. I just went in, showed up, I'll take whatever I can get, and that's it. Never put any extra thought into it. What would my ideal car be? And I realized this when I was driving. I've been renting cars quite a bit to get to my business in Wisconsin. I don't really have a need to own a car. So I've test driven out probably 10 to 12 different cars this year. And every time I kind of realize something else that I really do like about the car or something that I don't like about the car. And it wasn't until I started test driving all these cars that I started to realize certain aspects that I do want. This particular car I rented Friday, the gas tank was on the wrong side, it was on the right side. I wanted it on the left side. The stick shift or the whatever you say to put the car in park, you have to press a button instead of just shifting it. That kind of was dumb. The doors don't unlock if you come up to the outside of the car with the keys in your pocket. I want it to just unlock. If you press the lock button, it doesn't honk to let you know that it is locked. Just these small things that aren't a huge deal, but the more that I've test driven cars, the more I've just seen what I actually do want. What would be my ideal car? What are the features in it? And this is a lot like my dating life. When I met my ex, I didn't really have any experience. I had no idea what I actually wanted. I was just happy. She's an attractive girl. She wants to have sex with me. We get along. We have a good time together. But we never really figured out what our values were, what we wanted in the future, where we saw our lives actually going. We kind of just settled on each other, made it work for as long as we could. We made it work for, together for 13 years. So it's not like it was all bad. But there was things that had I had more experience, I probably would not have wanted to. I guess it might sound harsh to say settle, but I did kind of settle. There was a lot of red flags. There was the guilt tripping, the victim, the victimizing, the hot and cold. I've gone all this in the red flags video. There's a lot that I did not really like about the relationship. And I remember very early on, I was tempted to break up with her. But because I didn't really have any sort of abundance, I didn't know what I wanted, I just was happy settling with whatever I could get. Same with cars. I would just go and pick out a car. It's good enough. I'll take it. It's within my price range. It's what I deserve. And as I got divorced and started going out on more dates, it's kind of like test driving cars. You just realize that girls have other things that you might be looking for. I know I've dated girls that are very positive and loving, and they're very happy, and they're very empathetic and caring. And I realized that was just so different than some of my other relationships. So now it's important to me that I find that in my partners. I don't want to just settle for whatever comes along. That's how I used to do it. I used to take what I could get. But it's something I never would have been able to do without abundance, without being able to work on myself and to go out on all these dates. So the whole point of this video is, if I know you got divorced, I know maybe your girlfriend broke up with you. It's tough. I'm gonna go this way. It sucks. Get over it as fast as you can, whatever you have to do. I created that workbook. I made a video about it yesterday. Fill that out if it's gonna help you determine what you want in life. But I think you need to move on as quickly as possible. Start going out and dating again. You don't have to settle down. I'm not saying start dating and then find this girl right away that's gonna be with you forever. If you find that right away, That's awesome. And you don't have to make any compromises. Awesome. But ask yourself, was your ex, was she the perfect girl for you? Or was she like the rental car where, yeah, she meets my needs. I'm happy that I have it, but it's also not perfect. It's not ideally what I'd want. There's a lot of compromises I'm making. If that's the case, start going out and meeting new people as fast as possible so that you can really determine what you're looking for. What are some features in a relationship that you want, that you're not just settling for because that's what came along. Get out and meet as many people as you can. Figure out the exact kind of girls that you want. That's going to help you with that. And I've said this before too. Your girlfriend, your wife, I'm assuming if you're watching this, you relate to my story. She left you. Fuck her. She's moved on. She's got her life now. She's out with her boyfriend or she's out on dating apps. And if you're like me, I was just sitting at home playing video games, not really figuring out what I actually wanted in life. If I did not actually take the time to figure out what I wanted in life, where I was at, if I was not made aware of this stuff, I'd probably just keep repeating the same patterns. I'd be in another bad relationship with a girl that I don't really want. I'm just settling, just compromising, because it's easier. It's much easier to just, yep, she's good enough. She meets most of my needs. I'm not entirely happy, but I'm not entirely miserable. So then I'll just put up with it, and then you just start drifting through the relationship because you're not miserable enough to leave. You're also not happy enough to want to be the best version of yourself. That was my situation. I was not miserable enough to leave because if I left, I'm not going to find anybody else. So I'm in this relationship. It's obviously not the best mindset. I feel bad saying this, but I was not happy. I like the idea of being married. I like the idea of being a good husband. But for the most part, I was not happy. I would just be coasting along, come home from work, would hope that maybe she'll come home late today so I don't have to hear complaining, or I can just focus on myself. And I'm assuming a lot of that came down to just making compromises, not actually making sure that this was the right person for me. It was very easy just to be like, okay, a girl likes me, we have fun together, she is attractive, I can work out the rest. This is the best I'm ever gonna do, so this is what it is. I just put up with it. So if you feel like that, I'm with you, I've been there. But now that she left, now that it's over, she moved on, really reflect. Were there issues that you were not happy with? Was she actually the perfect girl for you? Or is there, ideally, someone who would be better for you? Figure out what that would be. And then, first steps, fill out the workbook, figure out what's good for you, where you're at, where you want to be. I recommend also filling out somewhere the ideal woman that you want. And a lot of that's going to come from experience, just like test driving these cars. I didn't even realize that, it is a nuisance having that gas tank on the other side. It is a hassle to have to push this button to park. It is annoying that my arm is so high when I stick it out the window. In the past, I probably would have just bought the car, been like, yeah, it's good enough, it meets my price range, whatever. But now that I've gone out and, experienced different things, I know more of what I want. You get that through experience, through abundance. So definitely figure out where you're at, where you want to go. That's going to help you figure out what steps you need to take to become that kind of guy that's going to attract these women, that's going to make you, get you out there faster. The best way that I would recommend, if you want to get the fastest results, the quickest would be to update your online profile. You can start getting dates right away. And through that, you'll get practice, texting, you get practice interacting on dates. I would also definitely recommend what they call cold approach, where you just talk to girls on the street, at the grocery store, at the library, wherever. Most guys can never do this. It's difficult, you know, you got to face rejection. You got to really work on yourself, but it makes you a better version of yourself. And like I said, most guys cannot do this at all. So you immediately just stand out if you're able to put yourself on the line like that. Nothing bad's going to happen. Even if a girl's got a boyfriend or she's just not interested, they're still going to be receptive because you took the time to go talk to them. It's something that other people can't do. And a lot of girls are getting, you know, fed up with the apps, meeting guys that are not progressing. They're, I don't know, I guess you could say average, or I don't know what, I guess I don't want to define anything, but I do hear a lot of girls that they are going on bad dates and it's making them not want to use the app so much. So definitely if you can approach them on the street, they'll definitely be more receptive. So yeah, definitely look into that. You want to be, yeah, like I said, the whole point of this video is just to get it into your minds. If you were like me, where you just settle on a car, you just settle on a girlfriend. I don't want that to happen to you again in your next relationship. Don't settle, figure out what you really want. And the way you're gonna do that is through experience. I would not have known the kind of cars that I want without test driving these last 12, where I'm like, okay, I don't like this feature, I do like this, I don't like that. Same with dating. I don't like girls that behave this way, but I do like it when they're this way. I do like a girl when she dresses like this. I don't like it when she does that. And you're just gonna get that through experience. So if you're watching this and you're struggling with anything, just know that you can improve, you can be better, you can go out and get that experience. If you're definitely watching this, I'm just gonna assume, I don't like to make assumptions. That's one of the 4 agreements, don't make assumptions, but I'm gonna guess that, you know, your girlfriend left you, or your partner left you. I guess it doesn't really matter, boy, girl, whatever. Your partner left you, they've moved on, they don't want you anymore. So you can either stay where you're at and, I don't know, if you're moping or if you're upset about it, definitely heal, but you can either stay where you're at or you can go and improve yourself. So something to consider. I guess I don't really have much else to say. I think hopefully I got my point across, just the importance of figuring out what you actually want. It's easy to just, yep, this meets my needs, I'm happy enough, but happy enough doesn't last. Happy enough, you're happy, yeah. You're basically just gonna be content drifting. You're never gonna be up, you're never gonna be down. I know for me, I got in like limbo. I'm just like, I'm not completely miserable. We do have some good days, we do have some bad days. Ideally, this is not my perfect relationship, but what am I gonna do? And it's even more difficult when you're already married, because you can't just leave, and it's hard to, once you've already had that dynamic set, it's hard to get that flipped. So that's why it's important to get this figured out for your next relationship. Heal up, get ready to move on, go find that perfect person for you. They are out there, you just have to put some work in. I know I read in the comments, people say that they're done with women forever, you shouldn't even try, and if that's what you wanna do, that's fine, like that's your decision. I know for me, I still want women in my life. I love sex, I love feminine energy, I love the companionship. I'm not trying to just get them out of my life forever. That's why I'm working on myself so that I can keep attracting new people into my life that are actually a good fit for my life as well. I want somebody that's gonna have the same goals as me. They're gonna help me reach a new level. And that's why it's important to filter out these people. I guess I'll leave it there. Hopefully that helped you guys. I guess I'm just going for a walk now. I got my call with Mike at 7. He's gonna check my form. Working out's been going great so far. And then I got my mastermind at 7:30 with my friends. That's been going well. I did slack on the diet the other day when I went to Wisconsin for the wedding, but I'm gonna set some new goals this week. We'll get to it, figure that out. Still making progress. I'm not gonna be down on myself. I hope you guys are still making progress. Let me know in the comments, like things that your guys are working on. Do you have goals? Do you need people in your life to help you set new goals, to be accountable, to have like a mastermind? I think it's very important to have people that are not gonna they're not gonna put up with your bullshit. I used to have friends back in the day that we would just coast together. We were never trying to push each other into prove. They do some mistake, you're like, yeah, okay, whatever, it's no big deal. You'll be fine. Whereas now I have friends that'll call me on my bullshit, make sure I'm doing the things that I need to be doing, that I say I'm going to do. It's really, it's part of the way of the superior man. I mentioned that as well. Yeah, so watch the, I guess I don't know where I'm going that. That's what I'm up to tonight. Hope you guys have a great Monday. And yeah, we'll see you later.